Hello, everyone. My name is Danny. This review is for the movie called Speed Kills. John Travolta commands the screen as Ben Aronoff, a speedboat racing champion and multimillionaire living the American dream. But Ben hides a dangerous secret life. His boats are being used to move cocaine through Miami. Suddenly caught in a crossfire between DEA agents and the mob, Ben makes a desperate stand to save his family and his empire in this action-filled thriller based on an incredible true story. This is a 2018 film. It is rated R. It runs 102 minutes and stars John Travolta, Catherine Winnick, Jennifer Esposito, Michael Wesson, Jordi Molla, Amaury Nolasco, Matthew Modine. It also has James Remar and Kellen Lutz. Just a lot of people involved. A lot of different people. There's a lot of surprises, people that you'll know, and then everybody else that's just kind of like, oh, okay, they're in this and they're in that. It's just a large cast of people. So, Speed Kills. Well, I'll start off by saying that I've been seeing this at Walmart. I've been seeing it at different places, so I was like, well, I better check it out. So I'm glad it came up on my list, and became available for me to watch soon after, so I could know if I want to buy it or not. I think I'm good on this one. True stories are not my favorite thing to watch. They're not my cup of tea. I can't ever really say I enjoy them too much. So you just know what's going to happen at the end. You know what's going to happen with people in the middle of the story most of the time. A lot of times, which this is the case, there's flashbacks because they have to feel like they have to tell you the end of the story and then the beginning of the story, and then to come back to the end of the story, and I hate that. So when I got this movie and I watched it, I thought it was going to be one thing, but I knew a lot of what it was going to be because of the true story aspect. So, like I said, I don't like the beginning. I just don't understand why people have to be theatric with their storytelling and show us the end first. Because then for an hour and a half or 2 hours, you're waiting for the end of the movie where they're going to come back to what they showed you at the beginning. And sometimes you zone out, sometimes you're not paying attention. It really kills the feel of a movie. I don't know why people have to use that strategy. I just don't. I never have. I never liked it. And then it turns into Travolta being Travolta, which is cool, but it's a very typical story of a rich guy doing rich guy jerky things, being with multiple women and letting money influence him with drinking and drugs and all that stuff. And I didn't know what the movie was going to be about exactly, so I did enjoy watching it. It wasn't like it being a typical story of a rich guy and all his problems turned me off to it. It was just, I've seen it before. So when it got into the boat stuff, I thought that was really cool. I'm like, oh, here we go. This is Speed Kills part, the movie. Great. And all the racing was good and everything was great. And then it gets into the drug stuff, and I'm like, oh, come on. I know this is a true story, but it's just turning into another Travolta kind of mob movie. And that's not what I, really want to get out of this. I want to get more of the boats and the speed stuff, So anyways, there's a lot of different meanings about this movie, as far as speed and kills. And so it just turned into something I wasn't really caring much about. And, things I've seen before and stuff that Travolta has done a million times before too. So, honestly, I was hoping this movie was going to be just about boat racing because I think that would have been really cool. And I actually have heard of the Aronoff name and everything. So when that started coming up, it was ringing some bells. And I'm like, this could be a really great movie just about the boats. And then it turns into the drug stuff, and I'm like, when it got to that part, I just thought it was getting really, really over dramatic, because there was about a half an hour segment in the middle where I just felt like, can't we just talk about the boats? Can't we just show the boat stuff and like have that for this part of the movie, and then talk about the drug stuff? Because when they started mixing them together, it just wasn't much fun, and some things got to make not much sense, because like he was a world champion boat racer, and people were wondering why he wasn't at home. It's like, when that line came up, it kind of killed it for me, because I was like, who is telling their world famous athlete husband that he's not home enough? It's like, that's just, that was unnecessary. So then it starts getting into the reason why he's not home, and then it makes sense. But when you're just in the bubble of the boat racing stuff, it feels nice, and it's kind of cool to watch, and it's exciting. And then it gets into the other stuff, and you're like, oh, okay, it gets a little murky. So really, there's just two sides of this movie, whether you like the boat racing stuff and whether you like the drug stuff. And I think they got a little mixed up, but altogether is a pretty well put together movie. Lots of people I enjoyed seeing as part of a role here and there, and the way things were handled. Not everybody was just lynched or anything. There was a lot of different strategies on how to control John Travolta's character and everything. So there's a lot of smart stuff. There's a lot of neat stuff. I just can't say that I'd want to see it too many more times, because, like I said, it's almost like two movies in one. The boat racing and the drugs. So I'm going to give Speed Kills a B-. I can suggest to watch it because Travolta's amazing, and all these other people in this make it a pretty decent film. I just don't quite know what I wanted out of it, and I don't think they know quite how they wanted to tell the story. And because it is a true story, and because of the beginning, I'm going to give Speed Kills a B-. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and give some of them a watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. And enjoy your movies, guys. Thanks.